What's all the PMS with Coach G? It's positively motivating sisters with purpose, meaning, style. Are you ready for positive conversations inspiring you to your next level? Do you need motivation to get you growing? Are you a sister, woman, leader, boss, mom, wife, female, her, she? I think you know what I mean. Are you seeking purpose in your life? Do you know the meaning for which you stand? Do you know your style is your unique authenticator? If you answered yes to any one of these questions, this podcast is designed with you in mind, which embodies the whole you mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually. Sisters, we are on a journey in connecting you from where you are to your what's next with purpose, meaning, style, and it all starts with you. Hi, this is Coach G, your Chief PMS cheerleader, motivating and wanting to see you win in your personal and professional life. Your connector, guiding you and bridging the gap from where you are to your what's next. I am your growth coach, empowerment speaker, mom, wife, Christian, and I get to do and serve you in what I'm passionate about, and that is you. Sisters, we are on a journey for you living your life on purpose, for purpose, with purpose, meaning style. So thank you. We are in episode 54, and I have a special guest with us today who is here to, man, I'm going to say empower us with knowledge of elevating in your life and career, finding your next great opportunity. You know, we love talking about opportunities. Her name is Megan Geraghty. She is a recruiter and human resources professional with over 15 years of experience in corporate America. She has guided many individuals in finding their next great opportunity. Some of the industries Megan has worked in include big tech, financial services, insurance, and healthcare. She holds a bachelor's degree from California State University, Northridge, and a senior SCP designation from Society of Human Resources Management. Megan also holds a life and leadership coaching designation from IPEC Coaching. Megan began Empower Consulting Services because she saw a need in the market to serve individuals who need guidance on their career, professional advancement, or career transition. Megan resides in Los Angeles with her husband and their 5-year-old son. So thank you, Megan, for being here with us. I love it. You are all about empowering others to serve them in helping them, guiding them in their career into a next great opportunity. So this is going to be great. I'm excited.
Great. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for saying, hey, I want to be a part of this platform and I want to share, again, my expertise, my knowledge, and my heart. Because a lot of times when we're very passionate about what we do. Man, if you're here on this platform, that's what it's about. It's about positively motivating sisters. Of course, in your career, it may not just be predominantly for women, but at the same time, it is something to empower someone on their journey where they are. So let's just start with the how. How do you guide someone through a life and career transition?
Sure. So more specifically, I'm really passionate about the layoff process, right? Because as you know, there have just been an unbelievable amount of layoffs in big tech this year. The last part of 2022 into 2023, it's hit tens of thousands of people. I'm still in big tech today, so that's hit many of my colleagues. So I just wanted to talk about how you can bounce back from a layoff and not feel like it's defeating, but it can be empowering to move on and find your next great opportunity. So one of the things I recommend is just start with clearing your head. It's never easy to go through a layoff. I've been through it several times in the course of my career, but take some time to just relax, do something that you love, whether it's exercise, playing golf, binge watching your favorite TV show. Just take that time, a couple days, maybe even a week, And then after that, I recommend that you dig in, get to work on your resume. Many people wait to update their resume until they're right up against the deadline of needing to, such as a layoff, or they're getting ready to interview for their next opportunity. I recommend you just take it out and look at it periodically. In the case of a layoff, you want to look at three main things, the three C's: clear, concise, and competent information on your resume. So you want to come across as a clear communicator, saying more with less words, and making sure your content paints you in the most competent light possible. So that's one of the things I can help individuals with is resume reviews, getting that revised and ready for the next interview you may go on. If you feel confident in doing it yourself, I would recommend just having a friend or a family member have a second set of eyes on it to really hone in on any other little details that you might need to brush up on.
Yeah, I love that. I'm going to backtrack because something that I loved when you started out, when you said it's kind of like just relax, take a minute, take a break, just take that minute to because it affects people differently depending on where you are. Some people it's like a glory moment for them to say, okay, finally maybe I can go into my career that I've been wanting to do now, right? And for some others it could be a little bit devastating, I mean, honestly, because it's like, oh, it's what I do, it's what I love to do, and now, man, I have to start over again. And I always say, instead of saying have to, you get the opportunity to start over again. So I
Exactly.
think that part of bounce back is just that resilience. And, in this month, we've been talking about she is brave, being the brave in your story. And so that part of bouncing back, you're giving those techniques, and I'm going to say those power tools. Because that part of saying relax, I'm gonna say, I don't have time to relax, but that relax can help clear your mind, and you said that clear, concise, confident. And then it's like clear your mind, clear your thoughts, get clear about what you want and communicate. And then that builds a confidence because now, you're in it. Okay, even though this happened, first of all, I'm not starting over because I'm starting from some experience that I've had and knowledge that I've gained through my career path. So I love it. I love it. I love it. When you say relax, I thought about this phrase that, often I've heard through different people, but it's like relax, relate, release, you know,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
know. But then you say, okay, after you did that, get to work. Now it's time to do the work, right?
It is. It's
So
time to do
we,
the work and get back to work.
yes, so it's like it's okay. Stop, relax, have a little fun, enjoy yourself, see where you are. And now, okay, let's get to work. And so for you, that's what you do. You're there to say, hey, I can help you out. Maybe you don't, I haven't did a resume in 10, 15 years, like somebody say that because they've been in
Right.
that position so long. Something that
Right.
I've heard in that even when you're in a position, now you can talk about this because this is your profession, not mine.
Mhm.
But something that I know I've heard is like, even though you can be in a position, go back and revisit your resume and keep it clean and fresh
Right.
through, even when you're in what you're in, just keep it refreshed. Now, am I right about that?
Absolutely. Just because you do so many things over the course of a day, month, year in your job, whatever it may be, that it's easy to forget how much you actually accomplish in a year. So it's a good idea to just keep it fresh, add in the skills as you learn them to just have that available to you if you do need to use it for your next opportunity. And eventually you will.
Yes, there you go. So it's like you're just kind of keeping it fresh and clean. So,
And it's
okay,
empowering. It makes you
yes,
feel like you're in a position of power and strength, and you are the conductor of your life versus like giving away your power to a company or an organization.
yeah,
You know your worth and
yeah.
you know what you're capable of.
Right. You know your worth. So now you know the value that you bring to the table. You know
Right.
the value you bring when you walk into that room, you know. And so that's always awesome. So let's talk about, when someone, whether they're experiencing a career transition, advancement in their career path or layoffs, what tips would you offer to help someone bounce back? I know we've talked about a lot and that may have included all of that,
Mhm.
but again, all those different areas of, okay, it may be a layoff. Okay, I'm ready to advance in my career,
Mhm.
or I'm just ready for a career transition. What is something that you would tell that person?
Sure. So, an exercise I really like to do that I find fun and exciting is making a top 10 dream company list. So, however you'd like to focus on that, whether it's the size of the company you're interested, whether it's public or private companies, whether it has a specific focus like entertainment or tech or hospitality, make that dream list. Like sky is the limit. I mean, think of the biggest, most amazing, most profitable company possible. If you want to work there, put it on your list. So start from there and then start breaking down into smaller bite-sized pieces. Do you want to work for a small company, a mid-size, a large company? Like I said, public or private? Then start looking up reviews of the company on glassdoor.com or other reputable sites. Go on LinkedIn, look at their page. And then from there, take a deeper dive into who do you know that might work at those companies? Or maybe a friend of yours has a friend or colleague that works at that company. It may sound like a lot of research, but it absolutely pays off. So if you're not on LinkedIn, get on it as soon as possible and start building out your profile. It's absolutely one of the best ways possible to find your next great opportunity.
Yeah, I like that. I'm listening to you, and you started with make a dream list. As coaches, both of us, that's something I'm sure we both really encourage our clients. Like, okay, let's start with the vision, start with the plan. I mean, same thing, and that's what I'm hearing. Even in your career, even if you're talking about advancing or okay, layoff, getting back into the groove of things, but go ahead and dream
Yes,
about what it's okay to dream about it. It's okay that okay, I'm ready for something new, or I wasn't ready for this, but now I'm almost being forced to do this, and it's okay. Go ahead and dream
give yourself
big.
permission.
Yes, and dream big and say, this is what I envision for my life. This is what I want to see in my career. And then with that, I like the part of it is like research.
Mhm.
Research, that's a part of it. That's a part of the process. And you
Mhm.
get to do that because that's another empowerment there as well. You're now
Absolutely.
empowered because, I know the company, man, after researching that company, and then I know the value that I'm bringing, right? After I did my relax, relate, release, and I've gotten to work and, I've cleared my mind and communicated with whoever could help me through that process, whether it was a coach or, or you said a friend or a colleague or, someone to help you navigate through that process into what's next for you, into that next great opportunity, because you have to see it as a great opportunity. And then just connecting. I heard some great words that you said, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's what we do, and that's what we get to do on our journey. So we can't see it as, oh no, but really just see it as a, oh yes, because I'm saying yes to myself. You just said, give yourself
Yes.
permission.
Absolutely. What I find with individuals who are in the earlier part of their career, they feel very much like the companies they're interviewing with, the company is in the driver's seat. And I always remind the people that are kind of just starting out, remember when you go for an interview, it's your opportunity to interview the company as well. You want to make sure it's a mutual best fit. And it's okay if you go on an interview and that company wants you, but you don't want them. That's okay. And
Yeah.
it's important to understand what you're looking for financially for your package, because if you don't know what you want, you're again allowing the company to dictate what they're going to pay you. There may be a range, of course, that the company needs to stay within. But if you don't know what you're looking for, you're just going to accept whatever they give you. So it's important to think about that as well when you're looking for either advancement in your current company or transitioning from one company to another.
I was thinking from what you're saying, what do you say to someone that say, okay, I hear you, Megan, but I just need a job right now. And what they're offering me financially really doesn't align with what I want or desire or even think I feel like I need, but I just don't know if it's anything else that I can get out there. What would you say to that person?
Yes, I've definitely talked to individuals where they've been in this position before. And what I would say is make a pros and cons list. Super simple, just laying out what are the best attributes of this company that I'm considering to work for, and what are the cons, and which outweighs the other. And then after that, consider, would this opportunity benefit me in XYZ ways, whether it's going to help learn new skills that you can add to your resume or take on a managerial position. Money is not always the most important thing to everyone. And I hear this often from candidates. They say, money's not the most important. Really, the fit is the most important. And what they mean by that is they want to feel like they have a voice in the room when they're working for a company, that they're going to be respected at the company and feel like they're making a valuable contribution to the company. If money is the most important to a candidate, that's okay too. But if that company they're interviewing with cannot meet their expectations and the financial is the most important, I say hold out for another opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. But you know what you just said, we are seeing or have seen that shift when people are looking, they're looking for opportunities to go into a career or work at an organization that I know that I'm making a difference
Right.
because you start seeing the true power of owning on your journey. It's like, wait a minute, I want to make a difference wherever I am, working at home, in my community, whatever that is. And so now you really start building a foundation of, I want to make a difference. I want to come in. And when we talk about empowerment, what does that mean to you? And then that's when I love the way you said pros and cons. You'd weigh those pros and cons and see, hey, but wait a minute, maybe don't care about the money here because they really don't line up with my values, with my
Mm-hmm.
core values,
Mm-hmm.
and what I feel like I can contribute. So, yes, that's very awesome tip. Thank you, Megan, for that. So this month is Women's Month and we are focused on She is Brave. So, what PMS tip would you share to help empower a woman as she elevates in her life and career?
Gosh, well, I would say do your research and know your worth. As we all know, women are still paid less than men to do the same exact job, and we're working towards pay equity every day in this country. Some companies are better at it than others, for sure. But I would say absolutely know your worth. Go on Glassdoor, go on salary.com, look up the title of the position that you currently hold or the position that you're looking to move into. Find out what it's going for in your geographic area in the country. There's a min, mid, and max that you can look at for a range of each of these roles on salary.com to find out, am I currently being paid what I'm worth? If not, how can I get there? So that's what I would recommend. Just start there. and know your number when you go into your next interview for your next great opportunity.
Yeah. Love it. Thank you. I love that. What sticks with me most, know your worth. Know your worth. Um, and to me, can that speaks volumes. Um, and so, with that being said, I thank you for offering again, your knowledge, your expertise, your experience, and then you even giving us some resources that we could tap into. That listener saying, "Hey, oh, let me go check that out. Oh, that's how I can outline that for my life and now see in the direction that I'm going." So thank you so much, Megan. Is there anything else that you want to share before I close us out?
One thing I just wanted to dive into just a little bit more is utilizing your LinkedIn network. So once you have identified your top 10 dream companies, then as I mentioned earlier, you want to find someone that you know that either works for that company or like a second degree connection, which means like your friend's friend works for that company. And then ask for an introduction. Ask if that person is willing to introduce you to someone in a hiring decision making position at that company, so it can help you get an interview. It may be very daunting for some individuals to do this because some people are more introverted than others. Totally understand that it can be uncomfortable, but I promise that people on the whole really want to help other people, especially when it comes to something like a career opportunity. And just asking can't hurt. Most of the time, they'll say yes.
Yeah. I've heard that so often. It's always like, just ask the question. There is
Right.
power in that. Just ask the question. What can they say? Yes, no, not right now, but ask the question.
Yes.
And so I thank you again for this time being here, offering, your advice and tips to our listeners. Hey, you heard it. Go to LinkedIn if you don't have a LinkedIn. That was that power move too. When you're trying to build, a career, or maybe you're in it and you're again, if trying to advance or into a different career field, but whatever that is, that's a start if you're not there. And if you're there, show up and be actively involved in it. You said it in different snippets of your conversation. What I could constantly hear is connect,
Yes.
connecting with people, asking a question. You got to connect with somebody to ask a question. You can, who else are you talking to? If you're asking yourself, no, you got to get outside of yourself at that
And
point.
don't keep it a secret when you're looking for a new opportunity. Tell
Wow.
as many people as you possibly
Yeah.
can. It is not a desperate move. It is an
Yeah.
empowering move to let people know you're looking for your next great opportunity.
Yeah, there you go. And so again, Megan, thank you. You keep saying that empowering move, be empowered. And so that's what we're here for. And I thank you so much. If there's something like, again, resume building, you're looking for that, you're saying, hey, I need a little bit of guidance, you can connect with Megan. She's on Instagram at Instagram Empower Consulting Services. Of course, that will be in the show description under the episode. You can also email her, I'm sure, to ask questions, that will also be in the show description. And then you can go to her website. Go, know a little bit more about Megan and how you can work with her and what she can offer to you. And I always just love the opportunity to be able to showcase other women that's on their journey, doing great things to help other people, because that's what made you want to start what you're doing and what you're doing, and you're loving what you're doing because you're in a field and you're saying, hey, but I want to help in this way too. I want to help you find your next great opportunity. I want to help you learn how to bounce back. Don't sit there too long, but let me
Right.
give you some power tools to advance you into your next, not and just move into your next. And so thank you so much for every empowerment tip that you have offered us today. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Again, you all keep sharing, keep listening, keep growing. And that's how we grow. When we learn, we get the opportunity to continue to learn. And when you show up for yourself. And when you're showing up for yourself, you're showing up for others too. Because you never know who's going to have to ask you a question because they need something. They
Right.
need advice, you know. And so that's what we're here for. Again, Megan, you may want to reach out to her, Empower Consulting Services. Again, you know where to go. Come to the show description. I'm going to say that again. But in the meantime, you know, continue to share, sisters, and continue to share your comments, subscribe, rate, and follow. I said ride. I'm saying ride. That's not what I meant. But you know what? Ride it out. Ride out your journey. Maybe that's what I needed to say. So, you know, that was something that just rolled out of my tongue. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Ride it out, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're getting somewhere. When you're riding, you're getting to that next destination. And so that is what we're here for as coaches, to help you get to that next destination. And again, I offer one-on-one coaching services, G-Style coaching services. Of course, you know to go to show description there too as well. And in saying all of that, until next time, sisters, let's keep growing because it all starts with you.